So I had just started recording another video on why I think My Hero Academia side characters define the story, and I opened Twitter to see that My Hero Academia is getting a live action movie on Netflix. So I kind of just want to talk about that in this video. Obviously, anime adaptations into movies have never been well received, from that really bad, terrible Dragon Ball one a few years back to some other ones like the Bleach live action movie or the Death Note one, both of which actually had higher reviews than I thought they did doing research for this video. I haven't seen them yet, but I kind of want to, just in preparation for this My Hero Academia one. Either way, though, a common consensus is that while they may even be okay sometimes, they definitely don't capture the essence or come anywhere near to properly adapting the story from the manga or anime. The transition of mediums from anime to live action has never worked well. I can't think of a single example. I think there was a live action Cowboy Bebop maybe, which was also just looked terrible. This has yet to work, and I don't have much faith in My Hero Academia doing so. The thing about these animes is that they're very stylized and fit animation. It's like doing a Toy Story movie live action. It would be weird to see these toys be just walking, living people when, again, they're animated toys. It just fits in that medium, but to transition it over is very strange. Anime in general is also very stylized, with certain comedic moments being drawn completely differently and kind of breaking how the character would normally look. A lot of animes do this, like especially Demon Slayer. And these comedic moments cannot be transitioned over to live action because, again, it's not animated, so you can't have people's heads be, largely in proportion to their bodies for a funny comedic moment with their eyes looking different. Certain things only work in animation, and I feel like that's what makes adapting an anime specifically so hard. Adding on to this, characters in My Hero Academia look very interesting as far as their hair colors, and that's anime in general, so it's gonna look different in live action seeing these types of people, especially with heteromorphic quirks. Another big thing is adapting action. Obviously, Sakuga level animation and action looks amazing, but to transition that over, you can't have it drawn or even, CGI to a certain extent mixed with hand-drawn animation. It's gonna be more like an actual movie, so people fighting and Deku just using his attacks and all that, I feel like are just gonna look strange, as they always do with these adaptations. People like All Might, being in his bigger stature compared to everyone else, etc., etc. The transition's probably gonna be bad, but I might watch the movie just to see how bad it is. Maybe it'll be decent. I have my doubts, obviously. The movie's going to be produced by Legendary Entertainment and directed by Shinsuke Sato, who I'm unfamiliar with, but I heard that a lot of his live-action movie work is really good, so at least it has a good director. He seems very talented and up-and-coming. The screenplay that's going to be adapted for this movie is written, or going to be written, by Joby Harold, who most recently worked on Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Star Wars series, and I think that series was largely disappointing. While it did have a few standout moments, particularly in those last two episodes, Andrew Stanton, which is a Toy Story writer, wrote those episodes partially with Joby Harold, so I feel like all the credit can't even go to Joby Harold himself. Because of my lack of fondness for his most recent writing on Obi-Wan, this makes me even more just doubtful that this movie will be anything worth watching outside of maybe just it being funny at how terrible it is. It's a really tall task, and I don't have much hope for this, but at the least it might be a funny little thing to watch, so I'll probably do a video whenever it comes out if it does come to fruition. I know there's also going to be a One Piece show coming to Netflix live action, which will probably also be terrible, but take it as it comes. And yeah, that's it for this video. Comment your thoughts if you're going to watch it. If you're excited, maybe you're more optimistic. I'm not in the slightest. But yeah, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.